is Mike Farrell. I'm a consulting partner at SSI Consulting Solutions. And today I wanted to talk to you about an issue that many lean practitioners have been dealing with for years, and that is the belief that lean is for manufacturing only and won't really work at service-based businesses. There are many businesses that resist lean because it's a sort of long-held misperception that lean is only for manufacturing. Lean is really about identifying and eliminating waste in your processes. It allows you to produce your products and services at the least possible cost and without delay. It's also about eliminating variations so that your customer can rely on the same consistent experience every time they deal with you or your company. Further, lean is also about eliminating imbalance between process steps to prevent backlogs and bottlenecks that cause delays. While it is true, that lean did begin in manufacturing, it's proven to be very effective in many service-based businesses. Examples include things like insurance companies, call centers, retail sales, logistics companies, hospitals, and other healthcare providers have been very successful in using lean tools and techniques. Food processors or fulfillment companies are other additional examples. Any variety of office environments have used lean to help solve problems. Government services is another area that's recently becoming common practice. Really, the list is very long. In general, if you have a business, you have processes, and those processes can likely be improved. It really starts with understanding how your products and services are created. In lean, we focus on activities or steps from the supplier to the customer. We look at both the external customer who pays the bill and the internal customer, those coworkers that you work beside every day. The model's pretty straightforward. You pay suppliers for the stuff that they supply to you, then you transform that stuff into something that you can sell, be it something physical, be it information, be it services, etc. And your customers pay you money. It seems to be in that transformation step that people often get hung up. It doesn't matter the type of business you're in. Again, if you have business processes, chances are they can be improved. So some sort of examples of situations where lean applies to non-manufacturing environments include, so let's think about that internal customer again. In general, every time two coworkers interact and hand off material or information or services, there's a supplier-customer interaction. It can be done correctly, or it can be done with issues. You got to ask yourself, do you always have the correct information at the right time and in the correct format? If the answer is no, then you have opportunity. Do you have to massage that information, be it emails or reports or timesheets or data in spreadsheets? If you have to massage it, that's a rehandle, that's a rework, and that's waste. Are you waiting for that information to arrive? Or is it arriving exactly when it's needed? If you're waiting, another form of waste. Another example that very common is certain people in your organization, be it supervisors or senior people in your organization, often have to approve everything, and decisions are being made at a more senior level. In your company, are those decisions being made and approvals being made, or has that process been disseminated? If people are waiting for decisions and approvals, chances are they're getting frustrated. And again, the waiting is the waste, and the frustration leads to other challenges. Another example to think about. In many organizations, there are certain people, often technical type people, that are critical to projects, but they're often so busy that the projects get delayed waiting for their input. We call that a bottleneck. Another example to think about, if you have to-do lists or lots of emails in your in-basket, or if your physical in-basket may be piled up. We call that inventory, and that's just like inventory or work in process in manufacturing. The point is, lean can be applied anywhere where there's processes that need improving. Lean really helps you to focus on reducing the time to complete transactions by eliminating the waste in the processes, by ensuring consistent high-quality output from a business process every time, and by making that transaction happen without delay and for the least possible cost. If your business has processes that need improvement, you can use those same set of tools that you use in manufacturing and apply those to any other business process. So some examples of tools that are commonly used by lean practitioners in the manufacturing world include things like 5S, which is a workplace organization tool that allows people in shops, in shop floors, to organize their physical workspace and to make sure it's set up efficiently and safely, and then they can find and get tools and supplies when they need them readily. In a admin or an office environment, that same techniques can apply. The challenges may be different, so we may be dealing with data as an example. And so the question becomes, is that data easily retrievable, easy to store, easy to find? Are your reports concise and accurate? Or there may be, in some instances, there might be multiple versions of the same truth, depending on what report you look at. So you have to think about that kind of stuff. Another example, manufacturing is very focused on the physical efficiency of getting things done and doing that process consistently, time in, time out. Often in administration environments, there's a limited number of people who have knowledge of certain tasks, and it's often just the one person. If that person's not available, then that task is at risk of not getting accomplished. In Lean, we use something called standardized work and cross-training to ensure that we have adequate training and adequate coverage to get things done. In the Lean world, we also want to understand what the customer needs and the rate at which they need that product or service to be delivered to them. We call that the tack time. We build the processes to meet those needs. We specify equipment and people needs and staffing levels, etc., based on that tack time, or the rate at which you need to provide products and services. First thing that you really need to do is you need to map your product or service value stream to understand where the value is being created, and document all the things that cause delays, mistakes or errors, confusion or misunderstandings, and things of that nature. We call that stuff waste. For those internal coworker supplier interactions, start by understanding what good looks like and what's preventing that from happening. We do that by documenting all the steps in the flow, be it information, be it product, be it service, be it people, materials in the stockroom even, really any thing that has to move through your organization. Once we document that current state and the list of opportunities and wastes, we can develop an improvement action plan and start making some changes. So whether your operation is a manufacturing operation or an administrative activity, there's likely opportunity to improve the quality of the service that you're providing, and potentially at less cost. If you find this to be helpful or have any further questions, we can be reached at ssiconsulting.ca. Thanks, have a good day.